Hey, welcome everybody. Hey, it's Trash Talk, and Brandon's on the screen, and
I
Stuart's on the
am.
screen, and we're ready to chat about. Actually, we talked about slang terms because just there's so much of it. I started with, well, is there enough to talk about? And then I started picking out categories, and man, there is plenty. There's plenty to talk about. And one thing we want to do is just want to say a big shout out to one of our very favorite people, and that's Christine Dean. She is the producer of this show. She does a great job. She is a diva of marketing. If you need any help with upgrading your website, your marketing strategies, and everything, spend an hour with Christine for free. Just reach out to her and say, hey, I'd like to hear what you got to say, because maybe it'll help me elevate my presence in whatever I'm doing. Christine Dean is the DFW networking diva, and we couldn't do what we're doing without her, because she helps propel us into the universe every week.
That's true.
And she's,
Otherwise, we'd be lost.
yeah, and she's a really nice person too. But and speaking of people, uh lots of different names for people, especially in age groups. I mean, things like all the generation
Oh,
X, Xers,
yeah. I get
generation Y,
confused by that at sometimes.
generation, yeah, and I'm a boomer.
You
I'm
are a boomer. That's
I,
true.
I'm a boomer from back in the 50s and all. We were the baby boomers. uh you got geeks, another affectionate slang term. you
Yeah,
know
that's not even a bad thing, though.
no, it's not. No, they don't have to all be bad terms. A lot of slang terms are good terms. Nerds, same thing, like geeks. I mean,
Yeah,
they're,
nerds used to be a thing back in the day where it was a derogatory statement. Now it's like, okay,
yeah. Oh, you're a
and
nerd, you're hired.
yeah. And I feel like nowadays, like, who isn't a nerd to some degree?
Well, you almost have to be a little bit of a nerd in order to navigate the social media
Well,
and
yeah, and just the
computers.
way that what was considered quote unquote cool and what was considered now it's like they're all blended. It doesn't even matter anymore. Like whatever.
Yeah, another slang term, whatever. But you mentioned
Yeah,
cool. Back in
yeah.
my day, everything was cool. Today, it's hot. So,
Hot's a big one.
so
Hot
what was
or it
cool is now
slaps,
hot.
it slaps.
It's hot, or it's rad. It's
I
really
say
rad.
rad. That's an old school word. I still use it because it's fun, and I think I just say it because it is the old school word.
Well,
I say dope a lot. I'm
I
like,
was going to
that's
say
dope.
that the
That's
newer version of what we knew as rad is probably it's now dope or it's fly.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that says fly, Stuart.
Yeah, no, you put on you if you put on a cool shirt or something, somebody says, "Hey, man, that's really fly."
Yeah, back in 1975. Nobody says that anymore.
They don't use fly anymore.
No, 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 no.
Oh, when
I
well when
say,
I grew up, fly was an insect.
yeah, I'll say dope. I use dope a lot. Slaps. Some of the words come back though. Like some words they transition back in. I mean, hot is so basic because hot was around multiple times, and then it left, and then it came back. It's just like I don't know.
No, well, that girl over there, she's really hot. But you know what? She used to be cool.
Right.
Now she now she's really hot. And not only that, but she's also the bomb.
Oh God, Stuart, it's been a while. It's been a while.
You know,
We got to
hey,
get you on the street, Stuart,
get
and
me out on the street.
and not in Frisco, but like somewhere else so you can learn some stuff.
Hey, what about like money? A 10 spot.
Yeah, you know what I always use, and people hate it. Well, certain people hate it. I'm always like, yo, you got. I was like, that's about a hundo. Cost a hundo because it's $100 bill.
Well, it was also a sawbuck.
A sawbuck?
A sawbuck,
What is that?
a fiver.
A
You know?
5 spot?
Yeah, and a Franklin is 100.
Well, yeah, yeah. Franklin's. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard it called that before.
yeah. Or you remember when we used to watch The Sopranos, and they were going out to collect 50 large.
Yeah, 50 large. Yeah, 50 large, 20 large, 30 large. Yeah.
And hey, how about the business you're in? You make a lot of bread,
I do.
you
Well,
know,
I
or
dough
dough.
or dough. Yeah.
That's
I do a lot of dough. Yeah, people still use that word dough.
yeah,
That comes up quite
yeah.
frankly.
I,
Some words I hate, man. Some words I can't stand. When you know what word I hate the most is bay.
is what?
Bay. BAE.
BAE?
Yeah, oh, that's my bay. That's my bay.
Oh.
I'm like, shut up. Like, eh,
Well, either shut up or cram it.
yeah, cramming. Oh my God. I can't. Where am I right now? I'll say sus. I'll be like, that's sus. And all that is abbreviation for suspect. I'll be like, that's suspect. It's a little shady. Shady's another one I like. It's a little
Yeah.
shady,
Yeah.
you know. Trying to think of some other ones that like transition from what they used to be, you know.
Okay. All right. I'll give you one. How about the police? Back in they were called pigs.
But that was a massive insult, though.
Or cops. Yeah. You
Well, I
know,
still call them cops.
yeah, but we also call them the fuzz or the newer.
Yeah. They still say that
Yeah.
overseas, though.
Yeah.
They say the fuzz overseas a lot.
Yeah. And one of the newer ones is popo.
Popo, yeah. 5-0. 5-0. That's when you're back in my day, you know, just on the streets slanging rocks. And
Right. And also, we don't necessarily go to the movies. We go to the flicks, or you go to the pics, or you go to films, see films. A lot of
yeah.
different words for, slang words for movies.
There are, you know what I always feel like? I feel like when I say, hey, I watched this movie, it's a good movie. But when I want to feel smart, I'm like, well, I watched this film. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That was a good film.
Makes me feel like the Siskel and Ebert days.
Right. All right. So how about when you've kind of gone out and maybe had one too many? I mean, you've been behind the bar and seen a few people get sloshed,
Yeah, get sloshed, get sauced, get pissed,
smashed,
get smashed, wasted, trashed, effed up,
lit.
stupid, lit. Well, that's the thing with lit. Lit can be both. Like
Right.
I knew it from lit getting drunk, but lit now is a different meaning. Like lit completely means like that's amazing, that's exciting, that's awesome. Like that's what lit means now
Yeah.
in 2022.
And you and by the way, you just moved into a new pad.
I did. Yeah, I say that too. New crib, new pad. Yeah. I say sick a lot too. I'm like, man, that's sick.
Or digs. You got new
I don't know about
digs.
digs. I didn't have any shag carpet when I moved in.
That's yeah.
I'm really coming after it today.
Yeah, digs. Yeah, the shag carpeting was a little bit more of the digs.
Right? You know what word that came back around was salty.
There was what?
Salty. Salty came back around.
Yeah.
That's a big one in 2022. Salty. Don't be salty.
So, and how about all the people that go to the gym? They go to get buff,
ripped, swole,
yeah,
tight,
get what was it? Jacked.
Another
good
jacked.
One. Get jacked up, buff.
What about names like, you got like what they call like drugs, There's always, because you got marijuana, but you got weed, sticky icky,
Sure. Weed, Mary Jane,
grass,
yeah, grass,
purple urple,
Jamaica Gold.
Yeah, right. Frisco's finest.
That's right. Homegrown.
Right. Well, then they got like words like, like you're gonna smoke a joint, gonna smoke a J,
Right.
blunt. We're gonna get kicked off the air probably.
Yeah. Or how about a little doobie?
A little doobie, yeah, doobie. I haven't heard that in a long
Yeah,
time, but it's
no,
there.
folks, we have all just read these terms. We've never really, subscribed to them,
No.
personally. Although there are parts of the '60s that I do remember.
There's parts of yesterday I don't remember. No, I'm just kidding.
But I mean, one now don't want to go off the deep end here yet, but
Yet.
that girl over there has got some pretty good knockers.
We're about to get canceled. I don't think I say knockers though. It feels weird.
That was I mean an old term. Did you
That
ever
is an
use,
old term, yeah.
did you ever use the word
And-
call them headlights?
No, but I have a really inappropriate joke that I'm not going to say on here, but one day I'll tell you. I
Well,
learned
folks,
it.
you can write in and Brandon will share it with you
I learned it in second grade.
in second grade.
Yeah, yeah. I also kissed a girl in second grade. But anyway, yeah. So no Hooters, boobs,
Hooters became popular enough that they started
a chain.
a chain,
That sucks. Yeah.
and then didn't after Hooters wasn't there another one called something about Peaks?
Well, there's Twin Peaks. Yeah,
Twin
that's
Peaks.
still around.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big one. Well,
Yeah.
there was a guy's one. I like seriously, if you Google it, there was a guy's one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called Dick's. I'm not lying. It's called Dick's.
Yeah. Why did they name men's body parts or something after guys like Peter or
Well, maybe
Dick?
because like the minute that maybe that Peter was a dick. I don't know. Like maybe Peter's like the Monica for male forms,
but he was hung and he had the full package.
Right. Isn't that weird? They're like when somebody's like, man, they're hung like a horse, and I'm like, are you sure? Because that guy's walking normal. Like, ain't no way.
I know.
Like, I've seen what a horse looks like, and it's weird, man. Crazy out down there.
And
horses.
if you were really hung like a horse, you would have a real difficult time walking.
Yeah,
and
you wouldn't
sitting
even be
down.
driving in the car. You'd have to keep the window down. I mean, excuse me, let me steer here. Oh, but now that's not it.
Yeah. and for women also, she's got a nice booty.
Yeah, nice booty.
I'm trying to
nice
figure out where
booty.
they came up with the booty. Bum, I know that's been around for a long time.
Bum's been around for a while.
And then thanks to Megan Trainor, we all learned about it's all about the bass.
Yeah. And she didn't really anyway. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Now she doesn't even have anything. Have you seen her recently? She's really skinny, man. Way to go. She got a hit song and she lost her bass.
Yeah, she's a one-hit wonder. So far.
Thanks, Megan.
The best that I know of. But it's all about the bass. About the
It
bass.
is. That song was huge.
Not the treble. All
Not
about
the treble.
bass.
No treble. No treble. Yeah, booty's interesting because I don't know the origin.
That used to be a pirate term.
Yeah, for
always remember
treasure.
Booty is a pirate term.
Well, maybe that's where they translated because that butt was such a treasure.
It was a
and
treasure.
such a find that it was a booty.
Yeah. And she's got junk in her trunk.
Yeah, junk in the trunk. Yeah, yep. Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back. That was a big one. I'm trying to think, man. I don't know what I call anymore. I don't even know I don't even know.
You kind of sometimes now everybody's thinking, you know what? I'm going to pull out some of those old records and I'm going to listen to those lyrics again.
That's how you learned your slang. Like back in the day when I was a kid, it was either from somebody who heard it in a movie or met somebody from out of town, or they listened to it on an album. It didn't matter, was it hip hop or rock? They said stuff and you're like, all right. You know?
or you'd hear it in the movie and you say, what did he say? Oh, I like that. I got to use that one.
Right.
So
And then we just learned it and then it just stuck.
yeah.
Some of the new word, man, I got to be honest with you, I'm pretty good. I know I'm old, but I'm pretty good at keeping up with that stuff. Sometimes, man, I'll be talking to somebody and I'm like, what did you just say, dude? Like, I don't even know. And then they tell me it and I'm like, that's a thing. Like, there's a few times I've been out of touch and I'm like, dang, I don't know if I want to be in touch anymore because it doesn't make sense.
Well, if you think it's tough on you, what about an old geezer like me?
I know. Well, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, I'm afraid if I throw out some kind of slang term, some young person's going to look at me and say, "What? Where are you from,
Right.
dude?"
They're going to be confused. They're going to be like,
Yeah.
well, you just got to fake it till you make it. You literally just say it like you own the phrase and then they'll just keep on walking.
That's right. That's right. Well, I hope we've jarred a few of the old slang terms that you've used, and hope you'll come back again next week. But because right now for us, we got to split.
We got to split, yo. Next week's show is going to be slap. It's going to slap. It's going to be off the hook.
Yeah,
I promise you, we're going to drop some dope stuff next week.
yeah, it's going to be rad too.
Oh, geez.
Rad, fly, and the bomb.
Oh, man.
I think it's time to say goodbye. Say goodbye, Brandon.
Later, guys. See you next week.